Hello, 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 hello. The stage got to be set. Oh my God, where is my freaking remote control? Hold on. Where is my remote control? 1 second, guys. Oh. Hold on. 1 second. I got to get this remote control back. Hold on. Okay. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. Okay. Loud and clear. Yeah, let's get this show on the road, man. Hold on, where we at? Let's see let's see something real quick. Okay, let's fix the music up a little bit. Move this over real quick. Style, let's go to media. And what do we have here? Just getting the music together real quick to set the mood. I'm feeling in a classy mode today. One second. Okay, I can go with this. I'm feeling this today. Okay, I can rock with this. Hold on. Who the hell is calling me? Okay, we got this here. Okay. Looking clean. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. Gotta fix this over real quick. Ugh. You know what I'm saying? It's a little. Ugh. Yeah. Ugh. What do we have here? Oh my God, I hate this. Keep myself nice and organized. Okay. Okay, cool, nice and clean. Okay, so we're about to get to it. 1 second. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone, for tuning in. To everybody that's tuning in, I'm about to start from top to bottom. Let me okay. Instagram. Should I call Instagram in here? Yeah, why not? Get Instagram popping here. I'm saying let people see me work, you know what I'm saying? They gotta see what's going on in the factory. You know what I'm saying? I'm cooking. They'd be dead though, but you know. Instagram. Hold on, should I do Instagram? 1 second. Yeah, why not? They dead though. I don't know. They dead, bro. Yeah, Instagram.
We don't need that milk. You let him.
Okay, we go live here. Okay, so let's go off. Let's start off here. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I'm glad to have you back. You know what I'm saying, for another session. Last night, well, yesterday we had a very good live, so I figured why not come back for those of you that were at church or so. Yeah, back to the routine. Ça passe là, c'est là bien passé là, man. What's going on? Okay, so what they say here, any advice for someone that wants to work with the law but wants to cut out the Wuga and Mombo and do things directly with the law? Nice to see you, Woko. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Okay. Well, I'm gonna say this. Working with the law, bonsoir, 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 right? Working with the law, cutting out the Wuga and the Mombo. I would say this. You're probably going to need them. I don't know what your situation is. If you're one of those people that, let me just say, you don't have a background in this whatsoever, you don't have a connection, then I would definitely say that you're possibly going to need them. At least start out with getting to know what you need to know, and then you branch off and venture from there, But that's what I usually say to someone. I know somebody that was in a religion, ATR religion, and I was like, you know what? If you're feeling like they're trying to like they want to try to middleman you, what I suggest that you do, humbly deal with them, but in the same token, start getting your information and plan on your exit. But yeah, just to go off of it just like that, you're not going to be able to do it like that. Just randomly out of nowhere, no connection, no history to this, and you just do it like that. No, it's not going to work. It doesn't make any sense. So what I would recommend, if you're in connection with those people, learn what you can and then exit. And then from there on, go through your experimentation, your experiments, saying your experiences as well. That's what I'd say about that. See, this is the crazy thing, right? Boko Wetepo says, what's a male loi great for business? See, the thing is, you have to understand, there's a thing called domain, right? And in this domain, you've got, which means domain. Every spirit has its domain that it has its dominion over, right? So if you're going to be in construction, I would best recommend that you serve Ogu, right? Because that's a military guy, that's a hard worker. And basically in Africa, they associate him with being a metal worker or so, right? So he's good with his hands. That's a law that I would recommend for construction. Now, if you're talking about professional stuff, business executive stuff, office stuff, you know what I'm saying? I would go with Baon. But again, this is just limited to this collection of Loa and Vodou. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're in another tradition, that's a whole nother story. But since you said Loa, I'll keep it pertaining to Vodou. You know what I'm saying? You want to get a Loa that has dominion over the field that you're trying to make money in. Like if you're into cosmetics and beauty, you know what I'm saying? If you're a woman, you would definitely go with Erzulie Freda, you know what I'm saying? Or you would go with La Sirène, you know what I'm saying? Because they deal with beauty, cosmetics. You can't just get any loi and put them to a job because it's not going to work like that, Again, you want to have a loi that's specifically under, like, over the, over that field that you're trying to get into. Okay, let me get my little dose of what do you call this? My dose of what do you call this thing again? Mushroom tea, an alternative to coffee. 1 second. 1 second. Mm. Mm. Wake my brain up a little bit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's get down to business. Okay, let's move down a little bit. Hello, TikTok. Hello. What is this? He says elaborate so it covers more things. I think I answered that. Yeah, I went into that. Okay, let me answer. Let me see. Can you talk about Erzulie Dantor? Can she be used to get a lover back and also punish them if they cheat? What the punishment Mumbo Dantor maybe lay upon the target if they cheat? Well, Dantor, oh shit, we got a super chat question. I'm gonna answer this and I'm gonna get to the super chat, okay? Let me say this to you. Dantor is not like Marinette, right? Dantor from listen. I'll put it like this, right? There's this, you know what? Should I even say this? You know what? I'm gonna put it like this. I'm not gonna say if it was a mainstream or an underground rapper or entertainer, excuse me. But listen, I'll give you an example. There was this lady, not that she, I'm just telling you what I know, right? She went to a Mombo's house and she wanted to use Erzulie Dantor to bring this entertainer back to her. Now, come to find out, this guy had a lot going on, different women, this and that. Come to find out, he was killed in a robbery. Now you can use your assumption, you know what I'm saying, to who that was. I'm just saying, you know, I'm not, listen, I'm just giving y'all game. You know what I'm saying? So, Erzulie Dantor is not like a Marinette, right? Erzulie Dantor, she has a flip side, which can be very death. Like let's just say, very negative. And when she flips, there's a lot of people that's going to meet their maker. So if you have Erzulie Dantor in a situation like that, I'm just saying, yeah, she can definitely send someone to a cemetery. But that's if they violate. You know, if they're violating, she'll do that. Versus a Marinette who will torment the person and keep them alive. Yeah, Erzulie Dantor is like, that's it. So that's a whole different story. Yeah, there's no there. From what I've seen, I've used Erzulie Dantor in the past just to attract, but I didn't like the women that came because they want to get married and all that family stuff, and I don't do that type of stuff. So I just basically never worked with that spirit like that, too, you know, whatsoever. But excuse me, but I would say this as far as she's concerned when it comes to infidelity. Oh, that spirit doesn't play. 1 second. So now let's move to our super chat questions. Oh yeah, 1 second, man. We got some people asking questions up in here. Okay, let's see. Oh my God. Okay, we got a super chat question about to come up right now. Peace, Balkar. More fire. Seen a video where this Hoodoo brother said there's no such thing as obsession. Spell, what are your thoughts? Well, listen, you know, I don't know what his context was, but definitely, when you're experienced, you know what they call the heebie-jeebies. And I've explained this on different platforms where I've basically stated when I did something years ago, when I first started this, how it made me feel. So let me run it down to you for some people that probably haven't heard this before. And thank you for the super chat, right? I remember years ago when I first started doing this type of work, right? First started, no idea. I was in a desperate situation. I wanted an ex-girlfriend back whatsoever that I was dealing with at that time, right? What ended up happening was someone gave me a batch or something, or I did something they told me to do. Oh my God, man, that shit was terrifying. You know, like I said, the first couple of hours, I was okay. But then again, I started feeling like I just desperately need to see this person. I started crying. Bro, I started crying. I'm trying to be around people just to talk to them, to get that, you know, feeling out of my system, man. I'm telling you, man, I broke down. I call like women, like on some Jones and shit, like, please, can I speak to you? Yeah, bro, it's like I was a drug addict. This person had me going, man. So on an obsession note, I would say that's somewhat of what you can experience when that thing latches onto you. And what you may find on the flip side is that the person who has it on them, they begin to do the same. Sometimes they just start fucking doing shit, weird shit, like calling up, asking stupid questions, you know what I'm saying? And then when you refrain from answering, then they start getting violent, you know what I'm saying? I'm just I mean, they get so emotionally invested in you, and next thing you know, you pull back, and that next thing you know, they want to tear your head off, man. You know what I'm saying? So for someone to say something like that, they just, I don't know what the context was that person said. Oh, they definitely are real. It's just that different people has giving that experience different titles and different names. So that's what I say about that. Okay. Thank you for the super chat. We have 2 super chats here. Okay. 1 second. I'm going to get to the TikTok questions in a few. Hold on. Let me answer this super chat because they paying me for this, man. I'm not getting free. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm answering other questions for free, but these are paid questions right here. So I got to answer them. So I'll be with y'all in a few. Just give me a second, TikTok. Peace, King. Part 2 question. How would you rank practices such as Voodoo, Palo, Hoodoo, African Voodoo from strongest to least strongest? And would you consider Bokor stronger than Shaman and a Babalawo? Well, this is a very interesting question, right? I would say on lethality, I would probably, if I'm going to say lethality, I would put Voodoo, Palo, and Hoodoo up there. Like, that's it. I mean, those are more traditions that are active. You know what I'm saying? They're versed in magie, right? Now, African Vodou, I can't really speak on them because, again, for them, they're really religious movements, where the latter, which I mentioned, they can be blending of all magic, ritual, etc. Right? But now, would you consider a Bokor stronger than a Shaman and a Babalawo? They all have different strength. You know what I'm saying? They all have different strengths. You say a healer, that would probably be a Shaman, right? You know, a Babalawo, you know, they're like a Vodou priest, you know, a Wugan, right? They're here to connect you with, you know, your Orisha and stuff like that. But the Bokor has a different game. His game is not to do any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? His game is to bring destruction to people's enemies. A Shaman is not here to do that. A Babalawo is not there to do that either. So, if we're talking about lethality, I would definitely say, when you're talking about the third, Vodou, Palo, Hoodoo. Now, I would definitely say Palo's with the shit, Vodou is with the shit, Hoodoo is with the shit. But I would definitely say that Hoodoo is lacking certain things, right? It's a great practice, but the thing about it, it may be lacking certain things, but because it's so free, you can mix things. I mean, but then again, that's like really, if you're religious, you probably won't see it as that. But when I see folk magic, hoodoo, I think of folk magic. That's a mixture of a whole bunch of practices from different places whatsoever. At least that's my opinion. I could be wrong. But as far as the hoodoo is concerned, I think it's very effective. I think hoodoo is way more effective than Ifa. You know what I'm saying? Ifa is religion. Hoodoo is stepping, right? Now, as far as Vodou and Palo is concerned, they're both deadly. You know what I'm saying? They're both deadly. I don't know how Palo goes outside on the, how can I say it? I want to say this without being so. I'm trying to say something without being caught up whatsoever with strikes and stuff like that on my channel. Let me just say this: in the business of evil doing, malficta, there's levels to the nonsense when it comes to like the dark side of voodoo, right? There's magic, and then there's other stuff that's scientific. You see, I don't know if Palo actually has that part. When I say scientific, let's just say we're talking about poisonous shit, right? I don't know if Palo delves in that. But if we're talking about magic, I would definitely say I would put Palo up here with Vodou. You know what I'm saying? I would just say both of them know how to throw shit. Both of them know how to do shit. I would definitely say they gotta be equal playing fields. Yeah. I'll say that. They both can throw down. And the thing about them that separates them from hoodoo is that there's gatekeepers in both of these traditions, right? You need certain forces to make your magic more effective, right? And that's the difference between Vodou and Palo and hoodoo. Not to take away from hoodoo. Hoodoo is very effective, and that's my opinion about that. Okay, third super chat question. I think you should tell people how important strong their bitation is without them giving a pass. Okay, I think you should tell people how important / strong their bitation is without them giving the past life a hard or stressful what? Successful. Hold on. This is kind of crazy. I'm trying to read what it says. I think you should tell people how important / strong their bitation is without them giving the past life. I don't get that question, but I'll just talk about the bitation. The bitation is something that is beyond you, right? That's something that predates you. You know, that's something that your predecessors set in motion whatsoever. That is the farmland. That is the holy land. You know, so listen. The Jews have their holy land. It's Israel, right? The bitation for a voodooism is their holy land, right? It's like the Garden of Eden. You know what I'm saying? There's just certain things that you can't do on that, but that is where all your roots come from. Your spiritual roots come from. And that's what makes you who you are. You know what I'm saying? The spirits that you walk with are the spirits that were there in your bitation before you even came into existence. You know what I'm saying? So that right there, you already have someone naturally in that line in connection with spirits. One thing you'll find out with a lot of Haitians that a lot of them are very spiritual. Even without a console. These people just have a natural calling, a natural protection over them. Yeah, that spirit stuff is real, man. Okay, so now I've answered that. Let me get to the TikTok. Let me see what TikTok got going on. Which loi is the most feared in Haiti? There is no which loi is the most feared in Haiti. There is a lot of spirits that are feared in Haiti, not just one in particular. Okay, I've given this numerous times. Hold on. TikTok people want to know what's my beef for the Shira. Oh, you mean Shanika 7? Hold on, hold on. Hmm. Okay. So they want to know, excuse me, they want to know what's my beef with Shanika 7. You know what I'm saying? Ashira Star Goddess. See, one thing about me, I don't forget about shit, you know what I'm saying? So let's go back about 2 years ago, right? I'll give this to you because the person wants to know what's my beef. I don't really think I even have a beef. I would just say that I don't even really, to be honest with you, there really isn't any beef. I would just basically say she did some very fucked up shit about 2 years ago, and I've never basically forgot about that, right? Let me explain to you what happened. I was beefing with this Buster at one time, you know what I'm saying? I think they refer to him as King Brujo or some shit. The guy who's been accused of rape and beating 1-year-old children and stuff like that. Yeah, so yeah, I was beefing with this individual here, right? And one day, in the midst of me beefing with him, I started seeing some funny shit happen on YouTube, right? Basically, I saw one of my videos got reported. Okay. And I knew that was out of the norm because I had that channel for like how many freaking years. So come to find out, one day I get hit with a copyright strike from an interview I did with Ashira. What? 6 years prior to that? We did an interview 6 years prior to that, and I get a copyright strike from her. I did an interview with you, and you copyright strike me 6 years later for uploading that same video 6 years ago. See, there was no problem. See, I'm like this. I guess she didn't like the fact that I was speaking about her whole level up thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, didn't one of the members get locked up for, you know, all this weird shit, scamming and some shit like that? But anyway, I didn't like the direction she was going in years ago because she started off as, you know, basically a spellcaster whatsoever, talking about stuff like that online. And then she got into this whole level up thing, you know what I'm saying? Teaching women how to whatever, seduce and reduce men whatsoever who ain't got no means or just desperate, you know what I'm saying? So I felt like that was a dangerous practice because you're gonna fuck around and, you know, get one of these girls hurt. So I started saying putting my opinions out there. And I'm assuming that's what made her I'm not saying that this is what it was. I felt like she clicked up with this enemy of mine's to fuck up my channel, right? This is a YouTube channel, old YouTube channel I had, right? So what happened? I get a strike from her. And a day later, I get mad strikes from this one individual, this guy I'm beefing with, right? So, you know, lifeline cut on that. Because YouTube is like, you 3 strikes and you're out. But let's just say this, man. Shit happened. I bounced back, and here I am today, better than before. You know what I'm saying? More successful than before. So at the end of the day, it's one of those, there really isn't no beef. It's just that you motherfuckers try to get me out the way, and now look at me. I'm doing way better than before. You know what I'm saying? More popular than before. Making more money than before. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those, yeah, I'll never forget that fucking, that weird ass shit she did. You know what I'm saying? So, and if Shanika 7 is watching, yeah, bitch, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just want to put that out there, man. So, you know, for people that wanted to know about that, that's what that was, you know? So, yeah. Do you work to help women get wealthy, generous men? What? Do you help women get a wealthy, generous man from scratch? I mean, I gotta see what you're working with, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be thinking, y'all be having your head in the sky thinking this thing works like that. They're saying you can't be a busted chick thinking that you're gonna attract, you know what I'm saying, a 6-figure man whatsoever, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta see what I'm working with, you know what I'm saying? I gotta look at some pictures. They say, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When it comes to love magic, sometimes I be looking at people like, you know, say, like, okay, this is what you talking about. Okay, let me go look at your profile picture. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I see that you busted, you ugly, I'm like, I don't even respond to the message after that. I mean, I may sound fucked up and all that, but I know reality is magic needs leverage. You know what I'm saying? So listen, of course, there's gonna be some tricks out there, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna basically wife a chick up because, you know what I'm saying, you know, she's pretty and do all this weird ass shit, you know what I'm saying? There's some individuals like that, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, you can't be like, you know, I gotta see what you got. Okay, let me calm down real quick. Let me calm down real quick, man. Hold on. So listen. Let me calm down real quick because they ain't like what I said. Oh my God, what? Because I said that, people would get mad. Wow, yo. But like I said, man, I gotta see what you're working with, man. But that's a whole nother story. And saying people ain't like that. I just seen that. Okay, you know what? Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna help this live out real quick. I'm gonna turn this live off. I'm gonna come back again for you TikTok people because they got some people hating real quick. Yeah, they can't take it, man. They can't take it, bro. Yeah, they can't take it, man. They can't take it. Yeah, TikTok is so anal, man. Yeah, TikTok is so anal, man. Yeah. So let's go back down here again. Let's go back to the questions. Should I go back on? Yeah, they got me. What's the name started, man? Okay, we have this user here that says, you know what? TikTok need me back. Yeah, let me go back to TikTok because TikTok definitely needs me. Yeah, the people out here, they be showing love, man. I don't know what's up with y'all Facebook people, man. Y'all Facebook people, I be seeing the views, but y'all don't be showing reactions to my stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just be watching, just be y'all just be watching with no reactions. But I get it though. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all don't want y'all friends seeing that y'all liking my posts. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all don't want to give away what y'all into. I get that. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? But for those of you that ain't on that, y'all should be liking my videos and sharing them. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all people just be staring and gawking, but y'all don't be giving no reactions. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I get it. I mean, Facebook is cool, it is what it is, but y'all got to start doing better than that. How is it that on Instagram that I'm doing all these views and all these numbers on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube? You know what I'm saying? Facebook is the dullest place ever. You know what I'm saying? I need you Facebook people to start being more active in my, you know, when I post certain things, when I go live, you know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't make any sense. I got all these viewerships, 3,000, whatever views and stuff like that, and then you see the numbers, 22 likes, 30 likes. That doesn't even make any sense. So I'll answer this question here. What's the beginning process of starting this, or where someone needs to start? Well, I'm gonna say this. It all depends on what path you're trying to be on. The path of the nonsense, when we're talking about witchcraft and stuff like that, doing black magic, that's not something that you just easily get into, you jump into. That's one of those random things that happen like out of the blue. You know what I'm saying? You meet up with somebody put you on game or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's how that works out. But to say someone randomly is going to basically, like, someone's randomly going to wake up and they're going to get active in this, no, it doesn't work like that. See, the thing about you got to understand where this is coming from, where the message is coming from. You know what I'm saying? I'm the messenger of witchcraft, black magic. So again, you know what I'm saying? This is how I see it. Somebody else can tell you different, but I'm gonna tell you in my profession, what I specialize in. You know what I'm saying? This is something that when the student is ready, the master will appear. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's one of those, you got to be chosen. You know what I'm saying? You got to be chosen for it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, I'm just saying, it may not happen for you. You know what I mean? But there's some people in life that are lucky. Somebody could pull them by the hand and be like, yo, you got talent. Let me bring you in. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, random people. I don't believe in that random stuff, like the random, you know, bringing people in and stuff like that. Nah, I don't know who you are. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to get caught up in nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, If anything, I could only say there's probably been a handful of people that I've probably taught. You know what I'm saying? Or basically got close to me like that. But other than that, nah. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things in this field. But then again, if you're talking about the religion side, but I can speak to you on a religion side. If you're trying to get into a religion, there's tons of, Bible hours out there that's in their tradition. There's different open traditions, you know what I'm saying, that you can go to. You may find some voodoo people, you know what I'm saying, and right now Haiti's bad, so I recommend that y'all check out New Orleans voodoo. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen. And that, you know what? I'm gonna say that's a good alternative, right? For people that are limited to Haitian voodoo, right? That are limited because of what's going on in Haiti. They don't want to travel to Haiti whatsoever. And I would not recommend anybody go to Haiti. An alternative to that, I would say, is New Orleans voodoo, right? That's what I'd say about that. New Orleans voodoo is the best alternative to Haitian voodoo. The same law you find in voodoo in Haiti, you find the same law in the New Orleans voodoo. Ugh. Why are you doing this? Okay, let's go down a little bit. I'm just scrolling through questions. I just talked about obsession spells. You know what? We're going to help you out real quick. Ruby, I told you not to call me that, so you know what I'm going to do? Ban and delete people. So listen, let me tell you something. Yeah, you already know. Yeah, you already know it. T Diamond, I already blocked Ruby. You call me a woo gun, you get blocked. That's it. That's it. Can you use a freezer spell to bond someone? What is this? Do you have to be Haitian to practice? Do you have to be Haitian to practice New Orleans voodoo? Not at all. Not at all. There's tons of people that are not Haitian that are into New Orleans voodoo. So I definitely say you could try that out as an alternative. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let me move up real quick. Can someone use that's this guy? Zari's World, thank you. Like, share video, thank you. Please. Okay. How's it going, Leonard? Thanks for your time. How's it going, Leonard? Which African spiritual practice should African American put their energy into and learn and practice? Well, I mean, listen. I would definitely say Hoodoo number 1. Number 2, New Orleans voodoo, right? That I'm just saying, if you want to protect yourself, but then again, New Orleans voodoo, I can't even say about that, man. None. But I'm just saying that's more easy for you. That would be easy for you. I'm just saying, easy transition. I would say New Orleans voodoo and hoodoo. That's what I recommend. I don't recommend nothing else other than that to African Americans. Hoodoo and New Orleans voodoo, that's all you need. You know what I'm saying? That's your 2-piece combo there. I don't know. You guys are jumping into this other stuff. I'm just hoodoo and voodoo is all you need. I do. They're not. What? I do. They're not that cool if you're not white. I don't know about all that, bro. I don't know about. I don't know. I don't know what that's all about. Okay, we got a whole bunch of questions I missed out on. What are my thoughts on Obia? What is this? I talked about that already. Okay, what we have here? Let me see what we got going. What do you? Okay, here it goes. All right, so let's because they kind of slowed down on the YouTube questions. Let me answer some questions here on TikTok. What do you put in your spiritual bath for cleansing? I'm not telling you that. Why would I even do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, they don't you remember what they used to say in the cartoons? A magician never tells their secrets. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that's not for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you all that. But you can buy it. You know what I'm saying? I can make something for you. But as far as telling you what no, you're not getting none of that. Can you speak about hexing using Goofer's duck? Oh man, listen, let me tell you something. You gotta know what you're doing, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know what you're doing when it comes to Goofer's dust, man, because you can get that stuff on your house. If you get in your house, your pets may fall sick. You know what I'm saying? You get that on you, you may start having problems. You start having a stream of bad luck. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things you got to know what you're doing. That thing can cause massive heart attacks. But then again, that's a little bit too much, man. But I would definitely say if you're going to do something like that, you got to know what you're doing because that thing can easily backfire on you. You know what I'm saying? And the stuff that you're going to use to put in that stuff can be very, very dangerous, man. Does someone get bad karma from getting spells done? I mean, look at me. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. I'm just saying. I've been doing this for God knows how long. I mean, I'm clean as a bitch. But the thing about it is you got to have a strategy. Listen, you got to have a strategy. See, if you're going to do this full time, and I've always said this, you got to have a crash dummy for certain things. But then again, listen, let me just correct that. Let me just play this. There's spells you do that can have a backlash. And that's one thing you got to watch out with because there's certain spells that you do and it can slow down your life, right? Certain black magic spells you do that can slow down your life, right? That's why it becomes of importance to have a crash dummy. You're saying the crash dummy can do this, without you experiencing anything. You're saying there's certain people that you have for crashing out, and when you can't work them anymore, you got to replace them with someone else. That's the nature of the beast, man. That's the nature of the beast. It's like changing shoes, right? The soles run out on this one, wear out on this one, then you replace it with a new pair of shoes. You say you got to be wise. You can't be doing all this. Listen, let me explain something to you. People out here talking about you do your own work. Are you crazy? Like, listen, let me explain something. You get to a point there's a point that you get to, right? That you put people on. You know what I'm saying? It's not hiring strangers to do certain things, whatever, by themselves. No, you bring people in, you train them, and you tell them, just like a guard dog, go get him, go get him, go get him, go get him, go get him. Boom, and they run after that person. You know what I'm saying? That's how you build. You know what I'm saying? Your foundation as a sorcerer. You know what I'm saying? With being smart. Listen, there's no way you can do black magic every day and not feel an impact from that. There's no way. It's going to be taxing on your soul. My grandfather used to say, when you do black magic, it takes years off your life. And again, if you're doing this thing every single day, you're burning yourself out. And if you're a, how can I say this? A empath, when you're doing this, you're going to feel it. And that's why some people stay away from doing that type of stuff, because they don't want to feel those things when they're doing that type of work. You know what I'm saying? You do some stuff like that, then you got to do all this protection stuff, then you got to do all this cleansing stuff. Some people don't want to go through that. But basically, if you're doing this, understand that certain black magic things that you do can definitely take a toll on your body, you know? And this is not for customers. This is not for customers. This is not for clients. I want to put that out there. You know, for you clients and customers, this has nothing to do with you. When you hire someone to do black magic for you, they take on the responsibility of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, notice when you go into someone to get some things done to you, you barely ever, in a lot of phases, not to say it's not possible, but you rarely ever hear when someone's going to do black magic for you, they ask for your picture as well. Now, some people may hold that as collateral. You know what I'm saying? Because basically, if you have an arrangement with them or something like that, and you don't pay on your bargain, they're going to come after you. You know what I'm saying? So, but in most cases, when people pay to get black magic done, the spiritualist takes on everything that comes with that. So if the spell backfires, it doesn't backfire on you, it backfires on them, right? Now, if you're talking about love magic, there really isn't no backlash from love magic. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what you do. Now, if you do you do certain spells, you may start feeling somewhat of the effect. You may start missing the person to a degree. You know what I'm saying? But it all depends on what you're doing, you know? But as far as backlash, there is backlash when you're doing certain things. And that, again, that's why you hire a professional to take that on for you. That is protecting you from whatever backlash that can come from doing the stuff that you requested. So, a prime example, right? Prime example. You go out there to do a spell to harm someone. Now that spell backfires on you. You're saying versus you pay someone to do the spell for you. Now, if they do it wrong, it backfires on them. So here we go. What do we have here? Why do you call it white? Why do you call it black magic and not white magic? Because that's what most common people understand. You're saying when you say black magic, white magic, people already know what that is. Marketing purposes. You're saying, why would I speak languages that people don't understand? You say, I want to speak so that even a child can understand. You say, I'm not going to use these big terminologies that's going to confuse people. So I want to speak to someone in a language that they understand. So again, it doesn't matter about what it doesn't really matter when it comes to talking to the basic people. You want to speak so that they understand. I'm not talking to a metaphysician, whatever, that has how many plus years of experience. That's not who my message is catered to. My message is catered to the individual that has problems in their life and they need to change those things. So I'm not going to be sitting here using these metaphysical terminologies that's going to confuse people. Okay, I'm not. That's the New Age. Honestly, didn't know anything about her, and I'm like, okay, whoa, okay, yeah. But when I searched the colors, I didn't know what Erzulie Dantor was. I was guided to the mistress statue. I thought it was Mami Wata. Okay, well, yes, especially annoyed Haitian Erzulie Dantor. Okay, who's this? Elmira Gang. Yeah, I hear you. I don't know, but I don't even like that gang word. I've seen the effects of what gangs can do. I don't even like that word. What we have? Why do people pull away after what? Why do people pull away after doing a love binding? Well, why do people pull away? That's the question they have on TikTok. Why do people pull away after doing a love binding? That all depends ultimately on what was done and if it's the person. Because sometimes it can just be the person and it has nothing to do with the binding spell. Now, something can be wrong with the work that was done. Is in, especially if you're in possession of it. There's a couple of things that can go wrong with that, or it could just be the individual that never truly had something for you, or they just basically feel like they want to venture out. But that's why for my work, I put restrictions there. So if that person tries to venture out, there's going to be penalties. That's one thing with me when it comes to my work. You're going to get something regardless. Regardless if it's the individual going to the hospital or this person catching hell from everywhere, you're going to get something. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I put on my work so that, even if one side, this person starts to pull away, to get punished for it. That's how I get down. You're going to get something. You're not going to walk away empty-handed from me. You're asking me a question. This person's asking, where would be a good place to buy? You're looking at the place right now. You know what I'm saying? You got to come correct. Don't talk stupid. You know what I'm saying? In my inbox, and then we'll move from there. We can make something from there. What's hoodoo? Hoodoo is African American folk magic. Would you recommend? No, what would I recommend to Afro Nova Scotian from Canada? Well, I would recommend that you have a case if you want to get work done. But I'm just saying, like, listen, I don't know what's out there, but Nova Scotia, what do I recommend to you guys out there? I mean, listen, if anything, the basis of every form of spirituality, I would definitely say get sensitive, get psychically sensitive, because at least master that so that you can get into readings and stuff like that. And then from readings, then you can transition into magic, and all this other type of stuff, ritual. Why do I say this? Because it's like this. If you don't have spiritual sight, if you don't have spiritual gifts, how can you do spiritual work for people? You know what I'm saying? How can you help people? You say you want to be able to feel, you want to be able to see, because when you're doing certain things mystically, you're going to sense certain things. And if you're doing something that's off, you'll feel it. But if you don't have those psychic senses, you go and do something, and now all of a sudden it's off. You don't feel it until bad things start to happen to you. So I always say, start off with that first, right? And I say that to a lot of people. Now I recommend that to my, Afro Nova Scotians. Nova Scotia. What is this? What is my thoughts on Baphomet? I don't know nothing about Baphomet. That's some European occult stuff I don't really know too much about. Said weeks, okay. I didn't love working, and the person said it will take 5 days to 5 weeks. Time passed and nothing. See, listen. See, here goes. Let me read this. This is a TikTok question. This is a TikTok statement, right? I did love working, and the person said it will take 5 days to 5 weeks. Time passed and nothing. See, this is why I don't get into time frames with people when it comes to work, because nobody knows exactly how things are going to play out. See, when you do stuff like that, okay, this is why I don't get into time frames. Time frames when it comes to work can be very tricky, because you can give a guesstimate of how long this will take. You get and you say, okay, I'm thinking maybe a couple of months, and now all of a sudden a couple of days or things transpire for the client, right? That can happen. Now you could think, oh well, this won't take long, and all of a sudden a couple of weeks go by, and this thing still hasn't played out yet. So again, for me, when it comes to magie, I look at movement. Movement is what's important, right? When you do this, I can say this. If I do something for a client, the end conclusion is what they want. But I would say focus on what you see transpiring within, you know, when this thing is going on. Because when you start doing work, depending on what the situation is, you're going to see small little things that eventually add up to something big, right? So I say you want to take your time with doing this stuff and have patience, because again, nobody knows exactly when this thing is going to hit. But the thing is, you got to watch out with spiritualists too, because some spiritualists really be on bullshit, and they really be on the BS, where basically now, you know, basically you pay them and then all of a sudden you don't even hear from them whatsoever. Most of my clients, I have access to my clients all the time. My clients have access to me all the time. They talk to me, they call me whatsoever. And that's just how I operate, you know. But you got to watch out for that too, because some people can just BS you, whatever, get money from you whatsoever, and that's it. But again, you want to basically be able to, you know, look at that person's lifestyle, look at what they got going on. Are they very popular? Are they out here? Are they consistent? Some of you guys are going to spiritualists with no profile pictures or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just sending your money to random people. You're saying, like, look at their track record. Is the person posting any reviews? Are they doing anything like that? You know what I'm saying? What they got going on? Are they consistent? What are they doing? And say, you just can't just be dishing your money out to strangers that with no track record. It's crazy. So listen, let's see what we got here on Facebook. We have here. Oh my God, we got some stuff here. We got a lot going on here. Okay, let's scroll down here. We got a lot of questions here. So listen, okay, what's it say here? You know what? I'm not gonna say that. Ifa looted. I'm not even gonna get into that right there. Hold on. How can you contact me for a custom ring? I mean, look at my videos in the how can I say this? Look at my videos. You should find some in the detailed description or the description. Look at the description of my YouTube videos, the regular uploaded regular videos. You should find my contact information there, and just give me a text message. Send me a text message, and we'll go from there. Come on, bro. Then I was called a magician, and I felt kind of mad, but technically we are magicians. Especially if you use Islamic magic, okay? To be honest, brother, doing black magic is fun because you never know what will happen. Oh yeah, I mean, you see crazy stuff that goes on. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Let's go down some more. Look at all these comment sections. Can you talk about? Okay, this one sounds good. Can I talk about faith and patience? Fé et patience. Croyance et patience. Okay, right? So they want me to talk about having faith and patience. 1 second. Faith and patience. Okay. How can I let me go off my personal experience? Let me go off my personal experience with faith and patience, right? How could I explain this without using the Bible definition of it? Patience to me is being still and letting all the distractions pass you by, right? See, the thing about patience is we want things now, but patience doesn't come overnight. It's one of those, see, patience is very hard for people that never exercise patience. People want things to happen now, but the best thing I can say to you is occupy your time with constructive things. Because if you're not doing nothing, your mind is idle, you're giving, let's just say, they say, let me do correction. They say an idle mind is the devil's playground. So you want to give your mind some stimulation. You want to do something, keep yourself busy. Because the thing is, if you're not keeping yourself occupied, you're going to be thinking about what you're doing, or whether it's prayer, whether it's a lover that you're trying to bring back. You're saying you're going to be boggled down with that thought every single day. So to take your mind off of that, you want to focus on other things that make you happy, right? But to me, patience is weathering the storm partially. Partially faith. I'm going off my personal experience. I used to say with faith, I used to be like, I'm going to get there. I don't know how. I'm just putting this in the wording. I'm just going back years in my mind because I've had situations in the past. Okay, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example of faith, right? Because this is how I defined it. Years ago, when I was in the construction business, I was in a union, I had a rep tell me that they cannot put me to work because I don't have a car, right? And what happened? What did I do? I said, I don't care what this business agent says. I'm going to serve my spirits, petition them for work. And I'm going to come to the union hall and fill this book out until I'm recognized. So until people see that I'm consistent with my work. So even though they told me, you will not be sent to work, but the policy was if you sign a book, it's showing that you're available for work. I would go there every single morning, catch the bus, and I had my stuff burning. I had my stuff burning. And eventually I got a call from the agency or from the union. They told me they had work for me. They were supposed to give me work because I didn't have a car. But it was one of those, I went against what they said and kept on doing what I needed to. They tried to shut me down and I was like, no, bump that. So my thought in that process was, I don't care what you say. I'm focused and I'm going to get to my destination. And it's one of those things of, you got to not pay attention to the distractions. The distractions in front of you may be practically, it may be a female that says, or a man that says, I'll never want to be with you again. Most people, they're heartbroken at that moment. Oh my God, I'm so heartbroken. So what happens? If you're a church person, you're going to pray, right? You pray to work things out. And all of a sudden, let's just say the lover just basically has a change of heart, and a change of mind. And they basically say, all right, I want to work things out with you, right? But if you would have listened to what they would have said and not believed in what you believed in, you would have just walked away and it would have never worked itself out. So faith is weathering the storm. It's allowing all the bullshit around you to, fluctuate, and you do not waver. And I believe this is why they have an anchor to represent the Trois Femmes d'Egypte, right? They have the cross, they have the anchor, and the heart on fire. These three tools. The anchor is grounding you into the earth. The oceans is beating around you. You're saying the doubt, all these things are crossing your mind, but you're remaining focused. You're not deviating. See, a lot of people, you hear this with clients when they get spiritual work done, but Leonard, I'm not seeing nothing. Or Leonard, I don't think this is working. They're wavering. They're complaining. They're going back and forth. They complain, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden things work out for them. See, this is what happens. Sometimes people, they kick and scream. You're saying they waver, this and that, And they, in the end, they realized all they had to do was really sit back and chill and let things play out. So that's what I have to say about the faith thing. You know, the patience is letting time move forward. And the patience is, excuse me, let me go back to that. Patience to me is letting time move forward and not succumbing to the doubt, all these things whatsoever. But just letting time, but again, in this, as time is moving, you want to keep yourself occupied. And I'm gonna give you an example from work, right? When I was at work a long time ago, what I would do was I would work and not look at my watch. I'd keep on working, and then boom, all of a sudden it would be the end of the day. That's how I took my mind off of me wanting to go home. So when you're doing love magic, keep yourself occupied. You're doing what you need to do, but you're keeping yourself occupied. So with that said, I gave you guys an hour and 11 minutes tonight. Thank you guys for participating in this live. I am out.